I liked it. It was fun. Like I said, I do like Dragon Ball GT. I just don't like it nowhere near as Dragon Ball or Z, and even to a lesser degree Super. I do respect that GT took some risks and did some stuff that was different, but overall the problem is GT, and I think one of the things too, from a plot standpoint, every episode till now has, while it's done it, some have done it slower than others, but it's advanced the plot. It's given us some new lore, or it's given us some really cool action scenes. A lot of this kind of came down to, man, you know, these guys could have just went SS2 or SS3 and called it a day and knocked these things out. But when you look at Goma's army, the military police, they haven't done anything that seems formidable. I mean, Goku has completely wrecked them all through the early episodes, so it's not like they need these people's help. So I just wonder, do they play a role, or was this just an episode that was there to fill time and will have very little consequence on the other story? Obviously, things like mentioning the more giant planet that's to come, and if they have more terrifying beings, that might play a role in everything. But there's a lot of this episode. I hope to think that, okay, a lot of what we saw in this episode will play a much bigger role in the final showdown of Dragon Ball Daima. Because if Daima ends and we go back on this episode, it's going to be like, yeah, that was kind of a waste of time, you know? There was no reason to do this. And it's cool to see them exploring the world. But yeah, with the episode count going down and getting toward the end, and us knowing that this is just like maybe a one and done series that's going to just play in the Super later, yeah, it's time to keep things moving. I thought we were on a pretty good pace, because I'm like, oh, okay, we got 8 episodes to build to the big final battle and what's going to go down. Because I really, in this episode, was looking forward to seeing what Goma's plan was, and it was just, okay, we're going to disable Swarp. I was like, oh, maybe Goma had some sort of hidden warrior, hidden power. No, we didn't get none of that in there. And then, like I said, very little that moved the plot along together. So I will have to say this is the weakest episode of Dragon Ball Daima so far.
Watch the full video by clicking the link under my handle.